chocolate sprinkles. That's going to be part of our show today. Those are so good. Well, on our show today, we're going to be doing a cake. We're actually going to be decorating a cake. And I have to tell you, I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. I've never decorated a cake. I made one once and it was lopsided. But our guest, Michelle Heston, who is a cake artist, you will not believe the cakes that she makes. We're going to show you some of those in a few moments. These are amazing pieces of art. And I got to ask if they taste good too, because I think that's important as well. This is Mark Allen Cooks Your Dinner. We're on the air. And welcome to Mark Allen Cooks Your Dinner. I am that guy. And we're going to have some fun today. We're going to show you how to decorate a cake. Of course, we left the cake in the refrigerator, and Carol will have to hand that to me in just a couple of moments. I wanted to start off by saying to our guest, hold on just a second. My friend Audrey Philpott is helping to promote an event this Monday featuring all kinds of great artists. The MC is going to be Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. Ed Begley Jr. will be there. This is to raise money for the Ukraine, for all the refugees in the Ukraine who have left the Ukraine, especially the kids. And you can go to, there are several places here, but go to savethechildren.org. Savethechildren.org. There's a live event. If you live in the Southern California area, you can go, you can actually buy tickets. And if you don't live there, you can watch and you can buy a ticket there and make a contribution. So that's Monday starting at 5 p.m. Pacific time here in Southern California. So I did that. All right. I thought of making a cake because we all need something sweet in our lives right now. Let's bring in the sweet cake artist, Michelle Heston. Michelle, welcome to our show. How are you?
I'm great, and what a great intro. And I love that you're helping to support the Ukrainian funk. That's awesome. Well
Yeah,
done.
thank you. The last couple of weeks, we normally start our show with a toast of something, of an adult beverage. And I thought of an asti, but that's so sweet, and you're so sweet that
Hey,
I
well,
didn't, it
let's
was
do that
oversweet.
next time because I'm also a sommelier, so I can pair that chocolate cake with something perfect.
Are you really?
I am.
I did not know that. It's not in your bio. It's
I like to keep it exciting, new, and I like to keep you off. So
got it. Well, you did. Yeah, it's savethechildren.org if you want to visit us. We're going to bring Michelle's name up here now. Aren't you, Carol? There you go. All right.
that's
And you
me.
can lower those both. Okay. Just bring it down. All right. We're very casual here. I'm going to step off camera. I'm going to pick up the cakes. Now, Michelle mailed me the cake because she heard the rumor that I cannot bake. And I'm going to take these cakes. We're going to make a 3-layer cake. And did I tell you I like chocolate?
Yeah, you did. But I made you a very special cake, Mark. It's not just a chocolate cake. This is an organic, bittersweet espresso cake.
Oh, I can't wait. Like, can I just
It's going to
eat
be
now?
delicious, if I may say so myself.
Yeah.
And just for those in the audience, it was a refrigerated pack that I sent down there. So it's all there's lots of food safety handling there.
Yes, thank you very much. So I have 3. What do I do? Just take the first
Okay.
layer? Does it matter which side?
No, it doesn't matter, but I usually pick up one of the layers, and you'll see that one side has been cut and one side went in the pan. So if you'll
That
peel
one's
that
been
off,
that one's been cut, I think.
okay, so you want to put the part that was on the bottom of the pan on
Right.
top of that cardboard and then put it on your cake spinner.
Hold on. Don't rush me. I'm licking my fingers. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is great. So wait, I didn't even hear you because the chocolate went to my head. So should I put this down?
Yeah, so you have the cardboard, the cake circle.
Yes.
Put that on top of your cake spinner, and then put the chocolate cake, center that, on top of the cardboard.
All right. How's that?
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. And we have two others over here. We'll get
Yep.
rid of these.
But we're going to fill that cake as well. So I also made for you a dark chocolate buttercream. So those are all sent. Those are lovely buttercream. You're going to need to cut the tip of that pastry bag off.
Okay. Tom Martin says the cake is in the mail. Yes, Tom. We waited because we weren't sure that UPS was going to come through. All right. So I'm going to squirt this out.
Yeah, but I want you to do it very controlled, and I want you to start on the outside edge about a quarter of an inch from the edge and go in concentric circles. There you go. Oh my gosh, you're a pro.
Yeah, I missed.
You're
I
okay.
missed.
Keep going. And come all the way back and connect that circle. Perfect.
Should
Now
I
you're
go
gonna
back
do
and get
another
this little piece that I missed?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then do another concentric circle about a quarter of an inch from the first one. And go all the way around.
Oh, this is fun.
I told you.
So,
And this is a trick for those of you watching. If you do your technique filling your cake this way, you'll make sure it's even, and the frosting will be the same in between each layer, and it's less messy.
Got it. I hate messy. Okay, I'm going to do another one.
Yep, there you go. And bring that around. There you go. Now what we're going to do, that's perfect.
Okay.
Is we're going to take your offset spatula or your knife, and we're going to spread that evenly around. Now, you don't have to do that because when you put the next layer on, it'll kind of squish, but I like things to be perfect and uniform.
Yeah, well, let's show everybody, Carol, perfect and uniform. We're going to take a break here. Let's look at these cakes. If you could run the cake video, it's very short, but these are cakes that Michelle has made. These are fabulous. Go ahead, Carol. There's a banana. That's meat. That's my favorite blue cheese. A book.
Big Mac.
Yeah, and a Big Mac. Can you bring that back to the steak a second, or the hairbrush? Just drag the no. Drag it on the bottom. All right, it doesn't matter. You can get rid of this now. Yeah, go back to program. You were right. You could have done it. Well, yeah, there you go. So come back to me. The hairbrush, I've got to know, you made the hairbrush for somebody, or are you just kind of crazy?
I am a little crazy. So here's the backstory on that. My niece, who is the most adorable young lady in the whole world, and she lived here after she graduated college, she has this like phobia to hair. So she came over, and I thought as a joke for her birthday, I'd make her a hairbrush cake. And the hair that you see in that cake is actually spun sugar.
Oh my. And I looked really closely. Was there dandruff in there?
Yeah, a little bit.
What was the dandruff?
Shredded coconut.
Brilliant. I mean, that's just and the cakes that you make are edible and they taste
Everything
good.
is edible. Everything on that steak cake, even the foam that came in the little serving piece for the steak, that's made out of fondant. The plastic on top of the steak is edible plastic. Even the label was made from rice paper.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, I watch a lot of cooking shows, and we watched a couple of the cake challenges and things, but they don't look like the cakes taste good. I think
it's
there's
gotta
one.
taste good.
They
It's
don't.
gotta taste good.
No.
Saying it's gotta taste good.
Yeah, they do have to taste good. I think the one there's a baking competition in the UK, in England, and those cakes really they look good, but they have to taste good as well.
I love that show. That show to me is like doing yoga. I love that show.
All right, um, we're gonna go back to the to making our cake. I'm gonna spread this around.
Yep, spread it around
Oh
nice and
my,
evenly. Okay, now wait, here's Mark, here's a
yeah,
trick when you're making a cake. You always want to keep that nice perpendicular. When you lift it, you're pulling up the cake. So you want to keep it flat on that frosting at all times.
like this.
Yep. Now you can go back and forth and spread it, just don't pick it up like that. There you go.
Got it.
There you go.
Look, Ma, I'm baking.
You're frosting.
Yeah, I know. She would have loved this cake. I tasted it when I took it out of the packaging just now. Is that good enough? I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. Now,
okay.
here's a little something because I know that I see some blueberries and those divine chocolate sprinkles.
Yes.
If you wanted to give it a little surprise, you could sprinkle some blueberries or some chocolate in that filling too.
I think chocolate and blueberries are great. Carol's not so fond of that, but I'm going to do it because I think it's a good idea.
Do a cup. I always like to surprise and delight.
I don't know if people will be able to see what I'm doing, but
You're making a happy face.
I'm trying to make a happy face.
Okay, but Mark, when we cut the cake, no one's going to see that.
Right. I didn't think about that. That's right. All right, we should go on to the next level.
Okay. But I like it inside. It'll be our little secret.
It will be. Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, so again, now you're going to put the cut side on top of the blueberries. Perfect. Now make sure that all the sides are even. Kind of put your fingers around it and make sure it's all centered.
I think it is.
Okay.
What do you
Looks
think?
good to me.
Okay, good.
And now you're going to do the same thing with some more filling
Okay.
in those concentric circles.
Oh, man.
Did you try that frosting?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. To hell with the cake. I'm going to just,
Hey, Mark, wait, I want to show everybody the cake that I made.
Yeah, look at this, everybody. This is for your dinner tonight?
Yeah. And guess, here's the sad thing. Ready? My husband doesn't even like cake.
No.
Doesn't
Our daughter doesn't like cake.
Which to me is fundamentally like, how do you not like cake?
Well, I can tell you why. Cake should be moist. This is a moist cake. I can feel it, right? A lot of people make cake and they overbake it.
I'm going to tell your viewers a secret. Okay, now this is a baker's secret.
Okay.
If you bake a cake at home, and even if it's out of a box, that's okay. No cake shame. And it's too dry, your oven was too hot. Here is a trick. Before you start frosting and filling your cake, make a simple syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water. Put it in the microwave until it's completely incorporated and you can't see any more sugar.
And if you chill that, you can also use that simple syrup to make a whiskey sour. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, you should make extra for the whiskey sour to go with the cake. How's that?
Right.
And then using a paintbrush or even sprinkling it on, put that on those cake layers as well, and it'll all of a sudden add a lot of moisture back to your cake.
Got it. Let's see. So I should spread this one out. Maybe on this one, I'll just put the cake on top.
You can. Do that.
All right.
Now again, you want the side of the cake that was in the pan to be on top because that's going to be the flattest.
And that's this one.
I think so. I can't necessarily tell. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've made your perfectly level cake. I just want you to know a little bit not so level.
That's okay. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Are we done?
No, we have to frost it.
Oh, okay. And how do we do that?
Okay, so my trick is to do the same thing with the concentric circles on top of the cake, and then I'll show you another trick for frosting the sides.
All right. I'm going to run out in this one, but we have another bag. If you ever need somebody to do circles for you, I'm there. We should mention that, and I haven't done that. Um, that Michelle, Michelle and I have other business that we do together in a kind of similar industry, but um, this is not a side gig. This is Michelle giving back. These cakes, when people order a cake or you donate a cake, you donate them to specific charities, especially for feeding kids.
Yeah, I do. I donate a lot to a lot of different organizations for silent auctions, what have you. But I also bake for an organization called Cake for Kids. And that is providing cakes to children who are either economically underprivileged or in the hospital or in foster care that may not get a birthday cake. And it's anonymous, and you present it to a service, and I do some elaborate cakes for some of these kids.
I mean, the cake tonight for dinner, and you said you don't worry about dinner, you only worry about dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You and Carol are going to get along really well.
When my kids were little and my husband was traveling, I say, "Don't tell Daddy, but let's have dessert for dinner." Yeah, perfect.
Carol has always said there's flour, there's milk, there's eggs,
Hey,
and a little sugar. How bad? And chocolate, of course. And a
right.
day without chocolate is. So I'm going to do this again on the top.
Okay,
Maybe Carol can come
now
over and
this
look.
time you want to be really careful. Is you want to keep that knife perpendicular. You keep it flat on the cake there,
Okay.
or parallel. Sorry, not perpendicular, parallel. Because anytime you lift it up, is you're going to pull that cake, and that's when you get crumbs in your cake and your frosting.
And there's nothing worse than a crummy cake.
No, there's nothing worse. Actually, it tastes just fine. It just doesn't look as pretty.
I got to tell you, this is kind of cathartic.
See, now you know why I make so many damn cakes.
Yeah. Oh my. Tom
You're
Martin,
doing an awesome job, by the way.
Thank you. Tom Martin in Connecticut is telling me that I'm doing a good job.
Martin in Connecticut, I'm with you. He's doing a great job.
It tastes great. I mean, you can come back here and look at me. Oh. And by the way, the frosting's not overly sweet.
No.
No?
Because I really am very careful. So it's for a sophisticated palate. This is not, a kid's 4-year-old cake. It's really good high-end organic butter. It's really good powdered sugar. And then I use a really nice Dutch processed cocoa.
Got it. Yes. Bring Michelle back, please. So I've done the top. You can see the top right here. And
okay, here's your next trick. Ready?
Yep.
Now you're going to take that pastry bag, and again, if you don't have pastry bags at home, you can use a big Ziploc bag and just cut off a corner, and you've got a pastry bag. Same idea.
Yeah, I've done that. All right. Carol is a cleaning meanie, and she will clean. We're going to lick the counter.
Okay, now you're going to take that pastry bag, Mark, and you are going to make stripes vertically up and down about every inch on the sides of that cake.
All right, I'm starting away from you guys on the camera. Let me figure out, because I'm right-handed. So let me try it this way.
And that frosting should be nice and soft.
Yes.
So it'll be easy to spread and easy to pipe.
Okay. What was the word? Pipe?
Pipe. That's a piping. You're piping right now to your piping bag.
Okay. Well, I can't plumb, but I can pipe.
Well, there you go. So what I like about this technique is that it makes it really easy. Instead of spreading it all around, is you're applying a whole lot of frosting onto the cake without actually even touching the cake. So there's less chance for some of those crumbs.
And you're not. I'm not. I may be putting too. Am I putting too much
No,
on?
no. And because then what I'm going to have you do when you have gone all the way around the cake is you see where you've got some space in between those layers.
Yes.
I'm going to have you go in and pipe around where those layers are meeting. So think of it like spackle. We're going to spackle that space in between.
You know, I'm running out. I could have used 2 more bags. I have to have breakfast tomorrow. Come on.
You're going to have cake for breakfast.
Yeah. Well, I know that Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake. Let us eat
There you
cake.
go.
Let us have a sweet life, everybody." By the way, next week we're going to be doing a Passover special. We're going to be talking about kosher wines and tasting some kosher wines from Royal Wines. They're the largest kosher wine company in the world. And then we're going to be doing a brisket.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And the week after, we'll be working with Chef Lillian, who is in Tucson, Arizona, and she will be doing a fish stew, for a Brazilian fish stew for Easter. So we're
Wow.
covering most of our bases. All right. Did I? How? I'm going to turn this around. You can see what I did.
I think you're doing a great job. So we're
Okay.
going to use the same technique of keeping that knife flat on the cake on the sides. And I usually like to work from the bottom
Right.
and then go around the cake so to help spread that frosting out.
Like this.
Yep, just like that. Look how beautiful that is.
Well, you would have done better. I know it.
Well,
Look
I got a lot of hours of practice behind me. The other thing I really like is that there's a technique and it's called a naked cake. And what that means is when you can see a little bit of the cake underneath the frosting. And I think that's a really sophisticated, nice way to decorate a cake and you don't get a heavy frosting layer.
Got it. I think I need to put more frosting on. Yeah. So, like,
just fill in some of those holes right there. There you go.
Yeah. I got a lot of frosting left in the bag. Yes.
Use it all.
Yeah. Oh, I will.
On the cake.
Oh, not. No, you.
Use it all on the cake.
All right.
Okay, Mark. This is what we're going for. Remember, this is our model.
Yeah. You know the cakes that you make and give to people, especially the kids. I mean, how long have you been doing this, Michelle?
Well, I'll tell you, it started about 6 or 7 years ago. My niece said she wanted a Barbie cake for her birthday.
This
and
is
I was in charge
before college, or is it
No, this is a little niece. She's only 10.
Ah.
And
Okay.
I said, okay, my sister said, you're in charge of the cake. So I called a couple bakeries and the cakes were ridiculously expensive. So I said, I'll just try to do this. So I made a Barbie cake, and ever since that Barbie cake, I've been hooked.
You told me that this is cathartic for you. This is like yoga.
This is like yoga for me. I love nothing more than spending time in my kitchen and decorating cakes. And it gives me great joy to present a cake. And most of my cakes have a story. So maybe you're a chocolate aficionado, or maybe you love cars, or maybe like one of my husband's friends loves steak. So there's always a little tongue in cheek, or there's always some humor, and I like to tell that story.
I think that's terrific. I think this is going to be the cake of Mark's office. Somewhat messy.
Okay, I love what you're doing. I think it looks divine.
We only have, well, we have another couple minutes here. I would take
some of that frosting on the top and kind of move it towards the outside of the cake a little bit. And then let's put some of those great decorations on it too.
Okay, we're going to do those. Carol, you're going to love the sprinkles. Carol doesn't normally like sprinkles. These are great sprinkles.
These are not waxy sprinkles. These are really intense chocolate sprinkles.
They're ooh.
Isn't there still more frosting in the bag?
Yes, there is more frosting. Should I?
Will you
Can
always
I scrape it off with my finger? Is that?
and can't you get more out of the bag?
Yeah, but I got a lot right here. Ow. Okay,
Why don't you just
Carol.
use something?
Carol,
Jesus. Looks nothing like her.
you realize that everybody can hear what you're saying. Mm, that is really good. All right. I don't want to lose any of it. Okay. So can I go around where I see
Yes,
holes?
of course. Just put a little bit where there's a hole, and then we can use that spatula and smooth that out.
You know what I'm really afraid of, Michelle?
What?
I've never cut a cake in my life.
Oh,
I've
that's
cut,
easy.
so you'll have to direct us for that.
Super
In
easy, no problem.
Do you bake from scratch? I know that's probably
Yes.
I mean, you don't use a Duncan Hines mix.
No, I don't, but I'm not opposed to people that do that. And on occasion, if I'm really tight for time, I will use that and then I'll kind of tweak that recipe. Instead of water, I'll use milk or a liqueur. I'll add butter instead of oil. There's ways that you can make any recipe. Look, those boxes are just flour and chocolate and baking powder or baking soda. That's all that's in there. You're just paying a premium price for that.
Right. Or you can go to the dollar store and get one. Um,
Just make sure it's not expired.
yeah, that's true. Carol, I think I got it pretty much covered.
I think it looks awesome. It's very rustic, Mark.
Yeah, that's it. It's a rustic cake. I wonder if I can do. I'm going to try something, Michelle. No, it won't work.
Okay, are
You
you
won't
gonna
be
do some
able to see it.
decorations on there?
Yeah, I was going to try to do
Okay.
a smiley face with the chocolate, but yeah, let's put some of those sprinkles on. And when you're sprinkling, I'm gonna sprinkles first, then the blueberries. You think?
Well, I would put, if it was my cake,
Yes.
I
It.
would do a ring of the sprinkles around the outer layer of the top, and then I'd pile the blueberries in the middle.
Oh, I don't know if so something like this.
Yes. You're gonna kind of crown those blueberries.
And there were the organic blueberries. Carol's
I
gonna
always
kill
like
me.
fresh fruit.
I just dropped on the floor.
Uh-oh, now you're gonna be in trouble.
Boy, am I.
Don't step on it.
Carol said she's fine. Okay.
Oh, I said good advice.
Oh, good advice. Yes. Yeah, there are a couple on there. And I'm in my house, so are you barefoot right now, Michelle?
Oh, if I showed you I'm wearing my Crocs, my husband would be horrified.
Oh, okay. Because I I'm barefoot when I do this because I'm in my house.
I know, but it's not good to be on a hard floor. I'm assuming you have a hard floor in your kitchen.
Yeah,
So
there
when
is a
you're
hard
baking,
floor here. Yeah,
for bakers, make sure you're wearing good shoes if you're going to be on your feet in your kitchen. And
yeah.
all of you, please follow me on Instagram.
Yes,
It's at Heston Cakes. I post at least a couple times a week. I'm about to post a really cute cake I did for a baby shower last week. So keep track of me on there. I would love for you to follow my cakes and my adventures.
we're gonna we'll help you with that. All right, I'm gonna put a ring of blueberries
There you go.
around.
Mark, this is unbelievable.
It is.
Yes.
I'm really happy.
And wait till you taste it. Then you're going to be really happy.
Well, that's the part we're gonna go to right now. I'm gonna get rid of this, move this away,
What a beautiful cake.
and I'm gonna use this turnstile. I'm pretty proud. This is
You
fun.
should be.
Will you come
It
back?
looks
We'll talk about.
amazing.
Can we bring you back maybe at the end of May, and
Yes.
we'll do some kind of baking, and then we'll pair it with wine.
That's my favorite thing in the cake and bubbles is my favorite thing in the whole world.
I was going to get an Asti, as I said earlier, but I would prefer Dom.
I
You
would do
know,
something. I would do something a little drier, a little yeastier with that chocolate cake.
got it. Got it. All right. I'm going to move this just a little bit like this.
I want you to try it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Someplace around here. Oh, here.
There you go.
All right.
So when you cut a cake, there's a couple ways of doing it, but I think the easiest and the most elegant way, especially if you're going to cut it at the table, is put the tip of that cake knife at the center of the cake and then go straight out.
I'm sorry, Michelle. It's off center. Did you see?
That's okay.
All
Then,
right. So
that's all
about
right.
here.
Yep.
All right.
And then go straight down, all the way down to the base of the cake.
Right.
And then go back up to the top and slice the wedge of whatever size you want to serve. The first piece is always the hardest to get out.
I've got a
And then
plate
you want
over
to
here too.
slide that knife underneath and carefully nudge it out. Sometimes yeah, there you go. Ta-da!
Little bit. Oh my.
Here. I
goodness.
can't eat mine yet, but I'll hold it up there so we can have our cake and eat it too.
Boy, I was going to say that, but I'm glad you did. This is fabulous. What are our cakes similar, other than the fact that mine's a little lopsided and not as
well? The cake inside is exactly. I baked them at the same time, and the frosting is the same. So.
Got it. So let me taste this. I'm taking it from the side. Oh my. We have dinner tonight, Carol. Michelle said that she used to feed her kids this way. So
no, don't tell my husband.
Oh yeah, right.
They grew up okay. They're fine.
One of them's getting married soon?
Yeah, at the end of May, one of them's getting married.
All right. Well, we'll hold off until June.
Okay.
To come back.
So, could you serve that cake to guests? Would you be happy to serve that cake to guests?
Yeah. Yes, I would. But
good.
Oh my gosh. You know, a day without chocolate is like a day without sunshine. Look at that cake. It is moist. It's really good. I'm going to pass this to Carol. Let's get here, Carol. Try it and let us know. This is terrific. And maybe you can come back to me a second. Thank you. She's eating. Why? What do you think?
I think she should enjoy that cake.
I think so too. Carol? She's got a mouthful of cake. What am I? Listen, I really appreciate your time. Visit on Instagram at Heston Cakes, at Heston Cakes. Michelle will come back and we'll have some fun. This has been a delight, Michelle.
It's been my pleasure. Well, how much fun. And you have unbelievable skills.
Oh, well, thank you. You should see me fillet something. No, maybe not. But I really appreciate. Oh man, I want to eat some more. Carol, what do you think? She's got cake in her mouth. Listen, thank you very much, Michelle. We're going to run our end credits. Again, visit Michelle on Instagram at Heston Cakes. At Heston Cakes. I always said HestonCakes.com. And thank you very much, Michelle. We'll be back with you. Hold on. Thank you, everybody. If you have comments, let us know. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.